Hey everyone, welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution Challenge Mode on Isla Muerta. This is our final episode. We should be reaching 5 stars very shortly, but I was not expecting a dinosaur to die as soon as I started recording, so I've done some of the calculations, and we should be able to release these gigant Spinosauruses here into our stegosaur paddock. And I also have a Diplodocus to release into the sauropod paddock. And that should be enough to get us to 5 stars. However, I am going to get incubating another gigant Spinosaurus just in case. And this is Jurassic Challenge mode, so something could happen that I'm not expecting very quickly. In between, before this episode started, there was a storm that came through. Thankfully not a tornado, and it didn't really do too much, So as you can see, we just got to 5 stars actually, so there we go. So yeah, this is, I say these in all my videos, this is not a speed run. I'm not trying to claim it's a speed run. You do get the skins as long as you get to 5 stars. That's always my objective, is just to get the 2 dinosaur skins. So we got to 5 stars, mission accomplished. Go team. So now I just want to, hopefully, we will get a chance to see the new skins, for Dilophosaurus and Triceratops, and we will kind of take a little tour of the park as well. Let's see, is there any more? There's the one incubating, but this is the last one. And their comfort is at 100% because we made 4 of them. Alright, so let me check. This is our Dilophosaurus enclosure with the Ceratosauruses. Let me make sure that we can actually release another Dilophosaurus. Yeah, their social bar still has lots of room. Alright, so we should have jungle now. There we go. And over here, we're gonna get going on a woodland Triceratops. If I do recall, I may have to get rid of a single dinosaur in here, possibly, because of population limits. Or Torosaurus? Yeah, our population is maxed out in here. So if I release a Triceratops, the Torosaurus will start to get upset, so... Let's see, is there I think we only have these 2 Triceratops, so we will tranquilize and get rid of this one to make room for the new one. Another dinosaur just died. That was one of our first Dracorexes. Alright, so while we're waiting for those dinosaurs to incubate, we'll kinda take a little tour, I guess, of the park. We'll go in capture mode to kinda try to simulate like a first-person tour anyway. So we got our entrance, and here you can either go right to that area of the park, or you can go straight to the monorail. This takes you to all areas of the park, but thankfully I don't need one to take us down here. It's close enough to the entrance that I didn't need to build a monorail to take us down here, even though this slope is pretty steep, and I would probably fall and break my face in real life if I was going down that hill. But thankfully we don't have to worry about that. We have 2 hotels here, and we have 1 hotel on the other 2 areas of the park, so 4 hotels total. If you swing around here, we got a gift shop and a fast food. That actually surprisingly covers food, fun, and shopping for the guests. Over here, this was our first exhibit. This is kind of our all the easy to maintain herbivores exhibit. So we have Corythosaurus, Edmontosaurus, Parasaurolophus, Struthiomimus, and there is a single Archaeonymphomimus in here. There it is right there, actually. So yeah, this was our first enclosure. Let's release these dinosaurs real quick so we can see them when we're doing the simulated tour. Hopefully I'm able to do this tour without having 50 things interrupt us. Here is our woodland Triceratops, by the way. That's much, nothing too flashy, but I do like the green color on them. Let's see, who was this? The Edmontosaurus. Alright, and so on this side we have our Dilophosaurus to release. Oh, I like that one a lot. The frill in particular is reminds me of like a bearded dragon, even more than normal. Oh, cancel release. Don't release the Dracorex yet. Yeah, that one, I like that one a lot. Alright, let's release our other 2 dinosaurs in here. Alright, excellent. As far as I know, None of these dinosaurs in here should be stressed by anything, but I just wanted to make sure. And we have our Dracorex for over here. Then we will get back to the tour. I'm kind of gonna be ignoring the contracts for now since we're done. So hopefully we don't get sabotaged with anything. Perfect timing. Oh, I don't think that's sabotage though. Probably just a regular illness. Alright, so let's get back to the tour. Alright, our next enclosure was our ceratopsid paddock right over here. So we got Triceratops, Sinoceratops, Torosaurus and Styracosaurus in here. As you saw earlier, I have the population maxed out. I have not, because Torosaurus can only tolerate, I think, 13, but something around there. And yeah, here's our new Triceratops. I like this one quite a bit, actually. Nothing flashy, it's the same pattern as the other Triceratops skins, but I do like it. I like the coastal one a lot though too. I think that's what the other one in here is. Find them. Here's the coastal Triceratops. And so the Triceratops skin is the one that you get for just beating this island on any challenge mode difficulty. It's the Dilophosaurus skin that you have to beat it on Jurassic difficulty for. So, while we're on that topic, let's just hop over this fence and we'll head over to that enclosure. I have it so that the main way of viewing it is from this tower. So it looks out over into this. It is a Ceratosaurus and Dilophosaurus paddock. I have several feeders, and I think I've spaced them up well enough where the Dilophosauruses haven't had too much health problems as far as eating goes. I've got a wetland Ceratosaurus, a coastal Ceratosaurus, and another wetland Ceratosaurus over there. And we have several Dilophosauruses in here, and here are our two new jungle skin Dilophosauruses. I did purposely, I wanted to have the time of day on the normal default, or not default, but the normal daytime setting so we can get a clear view of everything. But I can see the jungle Dilophosaurus skin going really well with the natural dusk lighting of this map, or this island. I'm hoping it'd be really cool if I can get the jungle Dilophosaurus to like try to fight a Ceratosaurus and open its frill again. Because I don't really, unless it's attacking a goat, I don't think that they open their frill for anything else. Alright, let's back out. Okay, they took care of that disease. I needed to check on that. Alright, let's continue. Our next enclosure is our stegosaur paddock. It's in the shade of the mountain here. And here we have Huangosaurus, Chunkingosaurus, and Gigantspinosaurus. As you saw, that was one of our very last additions to get over 5 stars. Haven't had hardly any problems at all from this enclosure. They're very easy to maintain, and as long as you have enough space, really. And I was able to put a lot of dinosaurs in here. Alrighty, so they seem perfectly content. So we are going to hop over into our Pachycephalosaurid enclosure. This is Dracorex and Stygimoloch. Got one taking a nap right here. Nothing too fancy about this one either, just other than the fact that I could not flatten this hillside any further than I already have, because I didn't realize how steep this incline is, that it will not let me flatten this any further than I already have. But we were able to kind of use half of it as like, oh yeah, that's just the forest over there, so... We had Ankylosaurus in here originally, but we swapped that out for Stygimoloch because of the, just to put more dinosaurs in there. They have a higher social bar limitation. Alright, so let's release this Edmontosaurus real quick, and then we'll head over to the, I don't know what the directions are on this map, but we'll head over to one of the other wings of the park. We'll send some dig teams out real quick to see if we can get that one contract done, because I think science is our lowest one right now. Alright, so, back into sort of first-person mode. So you can either go back up to the top and take the monorail, or you can take this random little nature pathway that we put in here. And this will take you to the next area of the park, and you will also see this is our kind of industrial area with all of our big buildings and the ranger station, as well as the ACU center. Alright, so... Actually, yeah, there's actually no path that goes straight over there. You'd have to take the monorail, so never mind. But the monorail, as you can see, takes you... I'll just fly up there because the monorail will take you over our sauropod paddock, which has Brachiocephalus, Brachiosaurus, Diplodocus, and Camarasaurus in it. There's 3 Brachiosaurus, at least 5 Camarasaurus, and I want to say maybe 4 or 5 Diplodocus. There is a gyrosphere tour in there as well. But yeah, this monorail gives you a really good view of that. And we'll follow this over. The exhibit is fairly large. Thankfully, I did not have to tweak the Brachiosaurus's environment requirements, but I did have to apply a confined space 3.0 for Camarasaurus in order to fit it. I do hear ominous music, which tells me that a storm is incoming, so I'm going to open the shelters. I'm pretty sure that that is what we're being warned of here. Yeah. Alright, let's see if reaching 5 stars protects you from tornadoes. Okay, that doesn't. Great. And it's by the carnivores. That's even better. Alright, nothing got out. We got to test our park, and I haven't gotten to this area yet, but as you can see, we've modified our dinosaurs to not want to break out. So it looks like we're good to go. I just need to make sure that my hasty fence work did not mess up the exhibit space or anything for these guys. But it looks like their comfort is returning to normal, so we made it. We're good. Okay, so ACU's getting rid of this Corythosaurus, so we can continue the tour as if nothing had ever happened. Let me grab that real quick, get some extra cash. Alright, let's resume. Alright, so we were on the monorail, and I know you can actually jump in the monorail, but I honestly think this is better because I have full control over the camera. So, we were on our way to some of our carnivores in the park. And the first one that you're going to see here is our 3 Metriacanthosauruses. I modified them so that you can have 3 together instead of just 2. Can't see them too well from up here, so let's go head on down. There's 2 default skin and 1 coastal. But yeah, there haven't been... The coastal one is the alpha, but they haven't really caused much problems at all. They don't try to break out hardly ever. And I've wanted to have a Metriacanthosaurus enclosure for a while in one of my parks, and I finally got to do one, so... And I'll zoom out later for you as well. This enclosure really is not all that big, but the guests are able to see it from the monorail as well as this tower. This tower actually covers pretty much the entire Metriacanthosaurus enclosure. But back to the monorail. So it takes you around here, and well, I guess you'd be going in the other direction, but we'll just ignore that. And here is our Baryonyx and Deinonychus enclosure. Once again, you can sort them, see them from here, but not like super well. There's our Baryonyx. Just got 2 of them for the time being. But we do have 8 Deinonychus. There they are. They are munching down over there. Looks like Baryonyx wants to join them. Just scares them all away. Greedy Baryonyx. You can easily see the Metriacanthosauruses from across the little river too. But yeah, this enclosure, I have the dinosaurs modified so that even if it's a long tornado, as we just witnessed, they do not try to break out. So I don't have any electrical fencing, which has made it much easier as far as power requirements go. But yeah, as you can see, they're challenging themselves. That's because we have the maximum social, which is 8, I think. So yeah, here's the size of the enclosures. I forgot to close that door when I released the Diplodocus, but oh well. The Metriacanthosaurus exhibit kind of fits into the corner there. As you can see, this tower can see most of it. And there's a nice viewing gallery here for the raptors and the baryonyx. Pretty sure that Deinonychus would have been at least injured. Alright, let me get these contracts out of the way. Alright, which feeder is empty? There's a traffic jam at the fence here for some reason. Maybe it's because he's gonna just take a nap right in the middle of, that's pretty funny, actually. Okay. So, we'll just follow the monorail to the last section of the park, which, I basically was able to get to about 4.5 stars without even adding this last area, but, we have one last exhibit, and it is our Giganotosaurus enclosure. So the monorail takes you, as you can see, the drop-off station is over here. There is a fence that connects this enclosure to the ceratopsids. The Jeep will drive through this fence into the Giganotosaurus enclosure. The guests are taken through here, And they've got everything they need, a hotel, fast food, gift shop, and I have the water source and the main food area is within sight of this viewing gallery. I modified the social bar so that they could... There are 3 Giganotosaurus in here. I believe we have tundra, arid, and wetland skin. And I also modified them so that they don't try to break out. Their comfort threshold is 60%, so they do not even try to break out during storms. But they are, these guys and the Gigant Spinosaurus are our most recent additions. These guys are pretty young still. Yeah, let's go back into capture mode and get better angles, better views of these guys. I don't think I've had a Giganotosaurus in any of my challenge mode parks so far, so I wanted this to be the highlight large carnivore for the park. Where's our third one? I know I have a goat dispenser in here too, so one of them, the game probably, like, I don't know how it works, but I think one of them is programmed to hunt the goats if there's a goat dispenser, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see if we can find the third one. Yep, there he is, hunting the goat. I think it just ate it. Let's see if they can get a good... Let's look at the view from outside the window of the hotel. Probably need some binoculars, but... Alright, that's the park. I didn't even need... I mean, I could have been much more efficient with this area here, but I just made it a giant enclosure for the Giganotosauruses, and we still have this whole chunk of island down here that we didn't need to use. But yeah, we're still at 5 stars even now, even though we had a couple of deaths. But we're over by about 380 in terms of dinosaur rating. So yeah, this one went fairly smooth compared to some of my other ones. I think it has a lot to do with, as you can see, every single hatchery opens up into enclosures. The only exhibit that I had to tranquilize and move dinosaurs for was this one. And what else? I think that using the genetic modifications to make it so that the dinosaurs basically don't even try to break out, the carnivores anyway, that made it very easy for me in the sense where I didn't have to worry about any electric fencing at all. So I only needed 2 medium power stations for about 90% of the playthrough, and then I built 1 extra small power station for this last area of the park right here. You can see this power grid is completely separate from the rest of the park. So yeah, that's our tour of our 5-star Isla Muerta. Um, Definitely a fan of the skins that you get. Although I gotta say, I think that my favorite skin that I've gotten from challenge mode is still probably the jungle Ceratosaurus, with the wetland T-Rex probably coming in second. But this jungle Dilophosaurus might be my third favorite one that I've gotten, possibly. And then the woodland Triceratops is nothing too crazy, but I do like it. It's just a green version of the normal pattern. But anyway, that'll conclude the tour, I'd say. I hope y'all enjoyed this playthrough. Let's see, by the time this video comes out, this is, for anybody watching this in the future, this is before the Claire's Sanctuary DLC came out. And there was a lot of updates that came with that, like there's supposed to be fish feeders for baryonyx and stuff. None of that stuff's in the game yet. And all the cool terrain tools that are coming, none of that's in the game as of this recording. I'm pretty sure this should be up for y'all to see like a day or two before that stuff comes out. So this is kind of like my last shebang before the big updates and the new DLC comes out. So I'm very much looking forward to that, and I hope you all are too. But until then, thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.